Beneath a blanket of stars in the enchanted woods, there lived a little hedgehog named Pip. Pip wasn't like the other woodland creatures who flapped, squeaked, or scampered along the forest floor. Beneath a blanket of stars in the enchanted woods, there lived a little hedgehog named Pip. Pip wasn't like the other woodland creatures who flapped, squeaked, or scampered along the forest floor. No, Pip loved to dream about the skies, those shimmering infinite skies where moons danced and stars sparkled. While his friends filled their burrows with acorns and chestnuts each autumn, Pip was staring upward, wondering if, just maybe, he could touch a star someday. Beneath a blanket of stars in the enchanted woods, there lived a little hedgehog named Pip. Pip wasn't like the other woodland creatures who flapped, squeaked, or scampered along the forest floor. No, Pip loved to dream about the skies, those shimmering, infinite skies where moons danced and stars sparkled. While his friends filled their burrows with acorns and chestnuts each autumn, Pip was staring upward, wondering if, just maybe, he could touch a star someday. No, Pip loved to dream about the skies, those shimmering, infinite skies where moons danced and stars sparkled. While his friends filled their burrows with acorns and chestnuts each autumn, Pip was staring upward, wondering if, just maybe, he could touch a star someday. One crisp, silvery night, everything changed. Pip had ventured to his favorite hill to watch the constellations. The wind was a gentle murmur, and the sky looked like a velvet quilt adorned with glittering diamonds. That's when Pip saw it, a blazing streak of light across the heavens. A comet, bold and magnificent, with a tail trailing behind like golden ribbons. "Oh, what would it be like to ride one?" Pip whispered to the stars. He didn't expect an answer, but the universe had other plans. As if hearing his wish, the comet swooped lower, closer, until Pip could feel its warmth tickling his little nose. The comet hovered just above the hill like it was waiting for him. Its light shimmered so brightly that Pip couldn't resist. Heart racing, he scrambled onto its tail, clutching tight with his tiny paws. In the blink of an eye, they soared skyward. The world below blurred, the hills shrinking, the forest fading, as Pip left Earth behind. The comet carried him faster than anything he'd ever imagined, weaving between stars, swirling through clouds of stardust, and zipping past moons that looked so close. Pip thought he might reach out and touch them. His spiky fur fluffed out in the cosmic wind, and the thrill of it sent little giggles bubbling from him. But space wasn't all sparkles and wonder. Soon, Pip found himself in the shadow of a massive asteroid belt, its jagged rocks looming ominously like ancient guardians. The comet swerved and zigzagged, expertly dodging each boulder, but Pip had to hang on for dear life. "I guess stars aren't all cuddly," he yelped. For a moment, Pip doubted himself. Maybe he wasn't meant to be up here. He was just a woodland creature after all. But then he remembered his nights spent dreaming under the constellations and felt his courage swell. "I'll never let go," he shouted, gripping the comet's tail even tighter. The comet spun around what looked like a nebula shaped like a rose, and Pip saw that the path ahead was clear. His journey brought him to sights no hedgehog, or any creature like him, had ever seen. He dipped through the ice rings of Saturn, his reflection dancing across the shards. He raced alongside Jupiter's storms, their mighty curls rumbling like wild lions. But none of it prepared him for the wonder waiting at the journey's end. The comet slowed as they approached a starfield unlike any Pip had seen before. A vast ocean of light swirling together in golds, blues, and silvers, as if the sky were painting itself. In the center of it all floated a glowing orb, bright but gentle, as if it were alive and happy to meet Pip. The comet slowed to a halt beside the orb, almost like it was bowing. Then, with its warm tail, the comet nudged Pip closer. "Touch it," the comet seemed to say. Cautiously, Pip reached out a paw, holding his breath. The light of the orb wrapped around him like an embrace, filling him with wonder and a sense of joy he'd never known. A joy so deep it felt like he was connected to every part of the universe at once. In that moment, Pip realized this wasn't just a ride. It was a gift. A chance to see not only the stars, but to understand the beauty and vastness of dreaming big. Finally, the comet turned, its tail curling gently around Pip in a signal that it was time to go home. Though parting with the stars felt bittersweet, Pip climbed back on. This time, he didn't cling out of fear, but rode with his quills bristling in the cosmic breeze, smiling at all the wonders he had seen. When Pip returned to the hill, the enchanted woods were just as he'd left them, calm and quiet beneath the starry sky. But Pip had changed. Looking up at the stars, he didn't just dream anymore. He believed. And from that day on, every creature in the woods knew Pip as the little hedgehog whose dreams had taken him farther than anyone could imagine. Pip didn't just watch the stars anymore. He told their stories.